I already worked on this vehicle last week, but unfortunately this weekend I had to format my phone, and I forgot about the footage for this vehicle. So I lost the footage, and I'm going to do it again right now. Good day viewers, and welcome back to Dallas Auto Diag. It's a 2013 Ford F150. Customers complaint, weird things happen with the vehicle. Cluster goes off, sometimes car shut off, a couple of other things that the owner told me, which made me believe that there is a CAN bus issue. Car came to the shop with 2 PCMs and 1 body control module, and I'm about to scan the vehicle and show you guys why do we have those, if we still have the codes. But give me a moment. Although, by the way, this PCM doesn't belong to this car, because this car has a 3-plug PCM. This is a 2-plug. So when you put the key on, you see a couple of lights and a couple of messages. One other thing I noticed, that I don't have a prindle usually in Ford. When you have it on park, that P is going to be red, indicating the position of your shifter. Another thing, when I plugged the the scanner, look, I'm gonna connect with the VCI right now. Usually my scanner, it detects the VIN number automatically and a little pop-up with the VIN number, but this didn't happen. So I knew right away that there is something wrong, although we do have a check engine light over there. So we have communication with the engine control module. And what's more crazy, the car runs, the car starts. I just don't want to crank it right now because the battery was weak and I had to put the charger on it. So we'll give it a minute. Let's put some juice in it, and I'll show you guys. As I told you, I was working on it. I filmed everything and I got to the bottom of it, I mean close to it. But unfortunately I had to format my phone, and I wasn't at home to back up all that footage. I even forgot about it. I mean, if I did remember about that, I would go home and back it up, but unfortunately that's what happened. But hey, we'll do it again, that's not a problem. But this time will be quicker than last week, because we know what's going on. See, there's no VIN detected. So let's go to history and check 13 of 150 right here. VIN number 0396, and we do have 0396. And codes, we had ABS, says last communication with PCM, crash event. Everybody was telling about the PCM, and the body control module also was telling about the PCM, and the PCM had a code, last communication with body control module. That's why the owner got 2 pieces, and he kind of called me to program those for him, and I told him I don't think it's a programming issue, although it could be a failed component here, but we're not sure 100%. So I told him, do you want me to, it's up to you, do you want me to plug them and program them, or do you want me to do a diag on it? He said no, let's check it out. And especially the car was hit in the front, it had an accident. One of the things he said, they repaired a couple of wires here, and he said this piece he had to replace, and there were 2 wires cut here. So before, when he explained everything to me, I thought that the car would shut off while driving. So this is what I was thinking. I was thinking that there might be a wire either shorted to another wire or shorted to the body to ground that would cause this problem here. And when they driving and when they hit a bump or something, when movement happened with this wire, especially how it loose, that when we have the problem. So what I did, I started the car and I started shaking that, you know, wiggling that harness, hoping to duplicate the issue. And I even took this off and I started moving these wires. The car didn't shut off. Let's see if it's gonna start right now. Okay, it's not shutting off. It's not starting. Sorry, this is the issue. He said once it happened, it won't start. But I did drive it in, and they did bring it in a towing, and I did park it outside driving. It was driving when he brought it. I drove it here to the shop inside. But now we have no start, and this is the concern. So let's go back here, since we don't have the vehicle identified. This is the MS919. One of the features here, we can do a bus inspection. We do have activity on both. This is can high, which is somehow acceptable. Let me show you can low. Look at can low. It looked like it's shorted with can high somewhere, because I see two signals, 2.5 to 1 or 1.5, and 2.5 to 3.5. So that's my suspicion. This was my direction. Looking at this, I said, well, but why only PCM? It was only the PCM that is not talking. Let's get out of here. Get out of here one more time. Go to vehicle history. Where is it? 13 F150. Let's hook up to it and scan it all. Now we're about to finish scanning. And what do we have? We have the PCM is off. We cannot talk to it. Powertrain control module, no response. What else? Driver dual climate, we don't have that. Driver seat module, don't have it. Not equipped with. Parking aid, we don't have sensors. Power running board, nope. Trailer brake, might be. I'm not sure about that. We have it or not. It's a pickup. We might have it. Transfer case control module, I think this is a two-wheel drive. It doesn't have transfer case control module. Now next I went to the PCM. Next I went to the PCM and I took these plugs, and I had powers, grounds, and 5-volt reference, and I did check those. Everything checked out except the can low. Everything is here for this PCM to talk to us except can low. Can low, which I think these two wires, the white and blue. Okay, I think though, if I'm not mistaken, the white is can low. So can low here is the same signal as over there. Now my next step was to pull up the information bus schematics. This is the engine control module, information bus schematics, and the PCM should be powertrain control module. So the powertrain control module, we have to choose which one we have. We are number 2, which is accept 6.2 and with two-wheel drive. So 2 goes this way, and it comes to a connector, C139. C139, this is how it looks like, 6-pin connector, and this is the location of it, C139 right here. And C139 is right here. So let's do our checks here. This is where I stopped. One thing I noticed the other day, and I want to show you before we proceed with the scanning. You see how this cable is exposed? The cable's inside exposed. This was rubbing here, and this is from use. This has nothing to do with the accident. You see it? This was rubbing here, so that's why it's exposed like that. This was rubbing like that all the time. See it with movement? So it could be, I'm not sure, but and those, the white and blue, can high and can low, they come here in this connector and they go down, they come this way in this connector. I'm not sure which side is the PCM side, which side is the car side. That's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know, is it a faulty PCM affecting the whole vehicle, or is it, but the car runs, it runs on drive. I mean, I wish I can start it for you right now. Car runs, believe me when I say that. I drove it here, and I don't work with cars that don't drive, and because I don't have a forklift, I don't have the manpower to move them in the shop. I'm by myself, and if I ever do, then they're gonna be parked outside. I had a Nissan, what was it, I forgot, one of these little ones needed programming, which wasn't running, and they drop it here, and I did the programming outside. Again, that just proved that the car drive. Unfortunately, I just cannot start it right now, or it might start again. Nah. Yeah, you hear the clicking there in the body control module. Anyways, let's put the key on and go proceed. This is at the PCM, can high. Let me switch to can low. This is can low. Same mess that we saw at the DLC. See it? So this has to be fixed. Now, when you come to this connector right here, and let's check here. Yeah, you see it? Can low. So can low is the white. Yeah, I was right. The white. The white. Now I need to know which side is it that goes to the PCM. In continuity between the PCM connector blue and white and this connector blue and white, we have contact on this side, the male side. Let's switch to the can low. Here on can low, on this white wire, no contact. This is the white wire. Yeah, it's 1 2 3 4 5, fifth one. So come here, 1 2 3 4 5, and no contact. Even when I come from the front, if I can do it with one hand, let me try. See, no contact. Okay, so we have an open. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna do the wiggle test right here. See it? Sorry about that, man. I'm trying to do 3 things at a time. Yeah, no contact. Right now we have a free hand, and look at this, we already have something going on. See, when I pull on it, I have different readings of okay, this is a lot. That's why 334 ohm, that's a lot. See if it changes. Of course it changes. Look, now I pushed it 5 kilo ohm. So when I push it in, I make it work. Okay, 600. When I pull on it, I make contact. We have something cut here. Let me switch to audio. So what I'm gonna do, now in this case, what you do is You see how this is? You see how I found this before and I opened it to see if I have any wires cut here. So this is what you do actually. Bring that in here. Let me arrange stuff. Let's bring it here in front of us. Turn the light off. And this comes here. Yeah, but I don't think this is coming this way. I think this is going down under the battery and coming in this big loom of wire to the PCM. So now in this case, what you do, since the car has been in an accident, it could be a piece of metal, something hit the wire, cut the wires inside, but you don't see it because this wasn't damaged. But you look for signs like this, and especially where, there we go, now we have contact. See it? We just created a contact. We moved this part and now we lost it. Okay, it's right here. Okay, now we don't have contact. 50 millivolt, yeah, that's nothing. Here, I'm gonna open this section. Now this section is clean, and look what I see. You see that shiny tape over there? So there might be some wires repaired over there. Look, it comes on and off. See? Off, on. I need to take the battery off. Take the battery and the battery tray off. Now I think it's this one right here. See it? Another either rubbing or accident related cut. But problem is the smallest movement. It might be that white one. This is what I do in this case. I bring this type of pick and I just tug on it a little bit. Look at it. Boom. Found it. Found it. Alright, so we're going to repair this. I repaired and taped that whole section. I retaped this section, retaped this section, this right here, and make this look pretty. Everything was exposed, and that section also I taped it, that one, and I think it's the reason why, because this cable is in between this AC line and the engine block. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna twist it like this and bring it from this side to avoid that friction, although we might have a problem here. So what I can do, I can at least temporarily zip tie it to that AC line, get it away from the engine block like this. Okay, all right, everything back to its spot. I made everything, you know, as much as I can better, and let's let's exit out of here and see if the scanner is going to identify the vehicle. Let's put the key on. See, that's the red indicator that I said earlier. That's the first good indicator. Check engine light. We should have some of the, there you go, the traction light is off. Let's see if the scanner is gonna identify the vehicle automatically. It did. Ford 0396. Yes, sir. See him? I think it's going to be the U1000 code for battery disconnect. Monitors need to complete. PCM invalid data received from body control module. Interesting. Starts, no codes except the airbag light on, which is their issue, not mine. Let me put the key on, quick erase. So it depends on that resistance in that line. It was, if the movement would make it really high, then no communication with no start. But if it was right between the communication and start, we have communication and start, which is the situation right now, and no com, no start. And sometimes the resistance in that can low. If it is right between at like probably, I would say within 10 ohms of two numbers, then the vehicle would start and have no com with the engine control module. It would still, we still have a signal, but it's not the signal that we want. It's not the signal that it is enough for us to communicate or make everybody, all the other modules, happy in this situation. Now clearing all codes and let me put the charger on it. All right, so one more time. Full scan. Power relay de-energized too early. That's fine. In Ford, sometimes you get this message when you start the vehicle. You have crash data, driver. Okay, they need to take care of the airbag light. But oh, if you guys are interested to see CAN bus difference, CAN high and CAN low. Well, I guess that's the end of the video. Thank you guys for sticking around, and stay tuned for the next case study. Have a good day.